Way too many Etsy sellers rage quit Etsy way too fast. And it's not because Etsy is dead, Etsy hates you, or you're shadow banned. It's most of the time one of these 4 death traps. Whether you're a seasoned seller or a brand new seller, I'm going to show you how to avoid them and how to grow out of them. What's up, everybody? Dave here. Welcome back to the channel. So why do 99% of Etsy sellers fail? The reasons are so common, it's pretty scary. And the statistical truth of the matter is that more people are quitting than there are successful stores. That's just how it is. That's how it always has been. It's nothing against Etsy. It's just the matter of human nature. And what I'm going to outline in today's video are the main reasons why people quit and how you can avoid them, how you can grow out of them. So whether you're new or seasoned, this will definitely help you. Before we jump into it, grab the free Etsy Ads cheat sheet in the description below. It'll help you get started or teach you a few things on Etsy Ads. If you would like help growing your store one-on-one in my mentorship program, book a free 10-minute call in the description below. I'll tell you what I see in your store, how I can help you, and we'll go from there. So why 99% of Etsy sellers fail and how to prevent it. My thesis here is that there are quite literally millions of Etsy stores. The vast majority of them are abandoned, though, after very short periods of time. The reason? Also many reasons. Our goal today is to establish common pitfalls and learn to avoid them, recognize them, and grow past them. Because if you understand these, what am I going to outline today? I really hope that you can take it, grow from it, and be strengthened from it. Why this is so crucial is that no matter where you're at on your Etsy journey, you new, seasoned, or even if you're a 7-figure giant, you yourself might fall into one of these traps. And I guarantee you, if you're successful now or if you're new, you either have or may be subjected to falling into one of these, what I'm calling death traps. So let's get started. Death trap number 1. Listing strategy and bad SEO. So you have products with potential, but they are not getting the energy or reach they deserve. This occurs through not listing them properly. Not enough listings, period. Not enough listings, not enough widespread reach, not enough of a footprint to give those listings a chance. Quantity, though, is not the solution by any means. I'm not saying quantity over quality. A lot of people take this and run with it and end up having thousands of listings with a very poor performing store. You want quantity and quality, of course, but lack thereof is absolutely a cause of slow sales. So lack of quantity is a cause of slow sales. And if you've gone throughout your Etsy career for years and you've just skated by and coasted by, you likely need some new listings, whether that's duplicates or brand new products. A lot of people stagnate, and I've talked about that plenty in my previous videos, so I'm just going to keep going. You might have amazing products or at least something someone would buy, but you have never learned all the keywords, adjectives, and nouns that could accurately represent them, selling them to more people. So this is another thing like with bad SEO in terms of that. If you don't know all of the words, the adjectives, and nouns that could sell your product to the right people, you're missing out on sales, and that will eventually cause a decline because if you're not reaching your entire potential market, you'll eventually die. So the key understanding here is that many sellers simply are not good at SEO. There are people out there that are described by words that would buy your product, but you aren't putting your product in front of them. So knowing the wide range of people that would buy your product and the words that they're typing in to put on your listings, that is so crucial. And I know this is a basic description of SEO, but you would be surprised how many seasoned stores or giant stores are missing out on a wider footprint of reach and engagement for their store, whether it be by listing count or SEO or both. They assume that Etsy is the problem instead of improving listing fundamentals. Etsy has challenges, but listing execution is usually the bottleneck. That's where you're getting choked out, is your listing execution. And if you want help with this, the course in the description, 6-Figure Seller, that's my core value course, my core course of teachings. Definitely check that out. How do you fix this? List more variations, more duplicates, and versions of a product. If you have a bestseller and you haven't made a new version of that bestseller and listed that in years or have ever or even thought about it, you're going to stagnate eventually. Number 2, learn SEO better. You have to get better at SEO, understand your niche better, understand who will buy from you outside of your niche under gift style tags. So again, there's people people outside of your niche that are not described by the very obvious right in front of you title of your product. There are people that will buy it as a gift. There are people that will receive it as a gift, and there are words to describe those people. Guys, if you travel a lot and or have multiple employees logged into your Etsy store, something you can do is use a residential IP address from proxyseller.com, much more secure than something like a public VPN, and you can use code add-to-cart15 for a discount via the link in my description. Death trap number 2, unrealistic expectations. So people expect quick sales because they're expecting to reach YouTube testimonial numbers on their first store. Things can happen quickly, don't get me wrong here, but for most people, it simply does not. That's just the reality of it. You can blow up, you can do amazing very quickly, but to think that's the norm and then go into your store, you're only going to cast self-doubt on yourself if that is your expectation. People expect quick sales because they did well at markets, festivals, or wholesale. If you're starting Etsy, but you already had a business and you did well at art shows or festivals, whatever it may be, selling on Etsy is a whole nother ball game. So you might not get it right away. It might not click right away for you. And to expect it to sell just as well as you did in person or something to that degree, it might end up making you rage quit. So key understanding, on Etsy, it's usually not the product. Most of the time, it's SEO, listing quality, photos, description, and presentation. Unless your product is a total dud, it's possible, don't get me wrong, I've said that plenty of times on this channel, it is possible to have crappy products or products that nobody wants, but 99% of the time, it's just the shell of the listing that's representing the product. The exception here is product can be bad, but it's more rare than weak listing. So, I bring this up because I've had people ask me if they are doing good or not, or if they should quit straight up when they've had like 100 sales in their first month with minimal effort. And, I've worked with people that have had much, much less in the beginning of months, multiple months of their store, then blow up. So it's kind of crazy when somebody asks me, hey, should I quit this store? Should I start another store? Is this store doing good? And there's a few hundred sales within a month or two. So it is coming from unrealistic expectations and or an expectation to pay a bill or quit their job or something. And no matter how much sales they're making, unless they can quit their job, then it's considering quitting their job or quitting this store, sorry. How do you fix this? Understanding rough starts can be normal. It is possible to go a few months without many sales, and that can be normal. It's unfortunate and it should be avoided at all costs, but it can be normal. Number 2, don't act like this is a get-rich-quick thing. Things can take off quickly, and you can get rich in a short period of time. That is true. But acting like it's normal is going to give you the mindset that will make you want to rage quit. So plain and simple. Death trap number 3, the blame game. This is again, why 99% of Etsy sellers fail and rage quit. Maybe I should change the title to rage quit. I don't know yet. But death trap number 3 is the blame game. If it's always Etsy's fault that you are not doing good, then you will never do good. It's always, whether you're on Etsy or not, if it's someone else's fault other than your own that you're not doing good in life, you're always going to be a victim. So victimhood is not the mentality you want for selling on Etsy. This isn't a mindset channel. This isn't a spiritual channel. We're sticking to Etsy. So if it's always Etsy's fault that you are not doing good, then you will never do good, period. And that goes for life in general as well. Forums can be negative. Blame Etsy, blame ads, blame anything. Keep that in mind. Most people will listen to a negative Etsy seller on Reddit or Facebook over somebody that's successful. And guess what? The successful sellers aren't yapping on Reddit and Facebook and on all of the platforms where you can go and listen to somebody's negative experience and form this self-confirming bias in your own mind. So get rid of that. Point. Nobody wins by blaming. Success comes from ownership. Take extreme ownership and extreme responsibility. How do you fix this? Catch yourself and stop externalizing responsibility. Number 2, stop being negative in general. It's really hard sometimes to stop being negative, but it is only going to hurt yourself. Keep that in mind. And again, that's a huge reason why 99% of Etsy sellers fail. All these things combined too. Death trap number 4, misusing Etsy ads mixed with all of the above. So all of these things combined can really cause a total cluster in your mind and in your store and in your business and cause you to rage quit. Now, you can always start a second store, you can always start a third store, and you can always keep going. But if you rage quit your first store, then it's going to have a blemish on your mind, if you will. And if you watch this before or watch this, halfway through your Etsy journey or wherever you're at, understanding these will only help you mentally and help you perform better in your store. So misusing Etsy ads mixed with all of the above. Etsy ads can make or break your entire store's performance. If it's not going well, you keep changing things too often, or it's just not going right in general, this will cause you to quit. So Etsy ads have such a monumental impact on your organic side of things and your entire store that getting it right is so important, that as long as you're getting it to where Etsy ads are bringing you consistent sales, you can grow from there. But if it's not, then it hurts everything. It's just so crucial. It's so crucial. Combine this with the blame game, poor SEO, and bad listing strategy, and you've got yourself a failed store and a person who is going to quit. Sellers turn on ads and expect magic. Again, that's kind of on an unrealistic expectation. Etsy ads is not a set and forget thing. As simple as all the settings are, it's no meta dashboard by any means whatsoever. But you have to understand there are things you have to tend to. And I have plenty of videos on that. I have the Etsy ads cheat sheet in the description, all that. Ads require strategy, monitoring, turning losers off, analyzing results. Your key understanding here is even simplified Etsy ads, like I was just saying, still need active management. You still need to take care of it, turn things off, because they don't come back from the dead. After they become unprofitable, Etsy ads do not come back from the dead. They are limited to the titles and the tags that you've given it and the click-through rate through your main thumbnail image that you've given it, and it's not going to do good. If it has already spent past your comfortable cost per conversion, it's never going to start magically being profitable, okay? So how to fix this? You learn Etsy ads better, very simple. Etsy ads is very picky, understand that. Number 2, don't expect mountains to be moved just because you turn them on. Again, that's semi-unrealistic. It kind of blends with the unrealistic expectation point that I made. But those are the 4 biggest reasons I've seen over the last 8 years on Etsy of people quitting the platform and writing it off completely. Now, if you would like help overcoming these challenges, definitely book a free call in the description below. We'll take a look at your store. I'll help you grow it. I'll tell you how I can grow it, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I hope you have a beautiful day.